Hey guys, I want to show you how I've been able to increase the amount of leads by 83% in under 30 days for a client that is out in Southern California. They are in the security installation space. Now, this is a space where generally come winter time or Christmas time, the lead flow tends to go down, right? That's because we're coming out of the Thanksgiving season, headed into Christmas, headed into New Year's, and that just generally tends to be a slower time of year. But despite that, we've been able to increase the call volume by 83% by applying the principles that I generally share here on this Facebook feed. And so I want to share that with you. Now, for those of you guys that don't know me, my name is George Poveda, and every single video I create, I try and share at least one tip or strategy or suggestion that you can take away from that video and implement onto your own site to get more leads for your business. And this speaks to a lot of local contractors because they tend to rely on their website and their Google business listing a lot. So in this video, I want to share exactly how I did that and just share some evidence with you. So I am going to go to this client's Google business listing here. And as you can see, this is the performance section of the back end of their Google business profile listing. And you can see for this time period for November of 2023, which was last year, right? Last month last year, you can see that there were only 12 calls that came through for that 30-day period. Okay, only 12 calls. Now, as I mentioned before, they were having a hard time getting calls coming from their Google business listing. And you can see that 12 just isn't very much, right? And so for comparison, December of last year, right, just 30 days later, okay, if I hit apply, you can see that we had 22 calls come through, which is an 83% increase in call volume. Now, even then, those calls were pretty low, more towards the Christmas and New Year's timeframe, just because it does tend to be a slower time of year. So how does that translate into their Google business listing and rankings? Well, let me show you what that looks like, okay? You can see that this heat map here, okay, represents a search term for security system installation near me. All right, that was the search term that was being used. Now, you see a bunch of little dots here, right? What does that represent? Well, each one of these dots is a 1 mile radius here on this map, okay? So we've got 13 miles down, 13 miles across. This is 169 square miles, okay? And each one of these numbers within those dots is your ranking on your Google business listing for this particular search query. So let me give you an example. If someone is doing a search for security system installation near me, and they are standing right at this GPS coordinate, okay, the Google business listing that I'm analyzing would be ranking number 6, okay? Also, if I were doing that same search query and standing right here, my Google business listing would be ranked number 20, okay? So you can see that there's 20s, 16s, there's some 17s, 18s, so on and so forth, and there's a lot of numbers in the higher single digits, right? There's only one number 1 here, and then there's a few, because this is really where the business is located at. It's physically located. So you're going to have some numbers that are closer to 1s, 2s, and 3s, right? And so you can see that this was taken November 30th of 2023. Today is January 1st. And so it was pretty much just a month ago, okay, that it was taken. Now, if I do that same search query, now this search was taken December 28th, so just a few days ago, okay? And the same search query, security system installation near me, the same map geographical area, you can see that now we don't have any more 19s, 18s, 17s. We've got actually none of that, right? We've got really the highest number really is a 6. I mean, you've got a couple 8s here, but really it's a 6. And then you see we've got a lot of 1s, some 2s, and 3s, right? And so this is all because I've implemented the things that I've shared with you on my videos, which is for local contractors or any local business that is trying to rank their website and their Google business listing, because those are very, very lucrative forms of leads. The more that the longer that you're able to rank those properties and generate leads from them, the lower cost per conversion they are. And generally over time, they get closer and closer and closer to zero, right? And so how do you do that? Well, you focus on brand prominence and you focus on relevancy. You want all of the pages on your website to be as relevant to a particular search query as they can possibly be. And also you want to focus on things that are going to increase your brand prominence online, right? And so those are things like citations, like social sites, press releases, things like that. And so really we went heavy the first probably 2 weeks or so. And that's translated into some really, really good results, as you can see. And so now we're going to continue to focus on that in the next upcoming months. And my goal is to have all of these 6s turn into 3s, 2s, and 1s. So I will keep you informed on that. But what I wanted to say also is that if you are a local business and you're trying to get more leads from your Google business listing or your website, you can actually just message me down below. I will share my 90-day game plan with you, what I do for a 90-day period. I'll share it with you absolutely free. There's no form to fill out. There's no email address to provide. There's no cost to it whatsoever. If you just message me down below, I will actually share it with you in the Facebook Messenger. Again, nothing to opt into, just simply send me a message below and I will share that with you. For those of you that are, trying to get your map listing ranked and all that stuff, this is going to be very, very important for your upcoming season because this is the time to implement that now that we're in, January, February and coming the spring season when the call volume tends to pick up. You are going to want to be positioned very well to capture those leads that could potentially come through. So happy New Year, and I will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.